Ciao a tutti, it's Ali. Again, another WINX video. This time, not as long as, the last one. Update. It ended up being more than 15 minutes. Yeah, I was hoping for like under 9, but hey, at least better than 30. It might shock you, but the 30 minutes weren't enough. I have more thoughts. I thought I'd churn out a little ranking video. So yeah, join me as I put on my best Watch Mojo impression and rank my favorite things about the reboot and my biggest problems. Starting off with my favorites. Let's go. Number 5. No whitewashing. That might sound really funny to you if you don't know the history of the show, but yeah, when the bar is in hell from what we were fed for years and years, World of WINX, Fate the WINX Saga. Yeah, the girls keep getting whitewashed. As you've seen, the WINX girls are a group of are really diverse. Half of them are all POCs, which was kind of, I guess, groundbreaking for its time, because the 2000s were kind of known for keeping everybody really white or light skin. But WINX Club was one of the first few shows aimed at a young target audience, which had a diverse set of characters. Flora was Latina and brown skinned. Musa was East Asian, and then Aisha was also black. So that diversity has something that's ingrained into WINX, and you'd think that they wouldn't ever change any of that. But number 4,
everybody they know how much your power flows.
the music. Surprisingly, I really like the music for this show. I wasn't expecting to like it. I wasn't the biggest fan of WINX Forever or Forever WINX, the transformation song that was released. And I'm okay. I don't feel one way or the other for the opening song, but the rest of the song, Step Into the Dark Side, or the one that Musa sings in the campfire, or the Going or Bloom's depressed Going to Home song, they're really cute. I like them. I think they captured the vibe perfectly. I love that they kept having lyrics in them. I think it was really cute, and I'm also really happy the Tricks finally got a theme song for them. So yeah, the music was a fun surprise. Number 3, Tecna getting her just deserves. Yeah, exactly what it sounds like. I'm really happy, surprisingly, that Tecna was, out of all of the girls, the one that was done the best, and was, I guess, an improvement on the original. Everybody else is a watered down version of who they used to be, but Tecna for some reason has so much screen time, so many fun lines, a great personality, and an actual arc that's building and kind of resolved, which was really surprising because she's usually the one that's mostly neglected. But her transformation look, one of the best. Her hairstyle, one of the best. Her arcs, one of the best.
No one will put you on the spot, and we want to be with you. That sounds nice.
And her lines,
What would we do without you? I do not think you would survive.
again, one of the best. So yay for Tecna. Let's move on. Number 2, actually having well-written male characters, or good written, I guess, male character, instead of just boyfriend number 1, 2, 3, and 4. By that, I'm only really talking about Damien. He is supposed to be a boyfriend of a character, but that's not his entire personality. His relationship to Flora is important, but unlike the rest of the specialists, it's not his sole purpose. He has his own whole angsty thing going on, and I've made my feelings about him very clear in my review, so I'm not going to talk about them here. But I am happy with his arc, and I am hoping that his conclusion to his arc is him being a fairy, from that little tease we got when he seemed kind of excited when Fergonda was saying that he has light in him, so he might be a fairy. I hope he ends up being a fairy. That would be really cool.
Yet the potential for light.
Number 1, expansions and improvements on the original plot lines. Now, by that I basically mean they took little stuff from the original series and then improved on them. So I'm specifically and really only talking about the simulation exam and when they basically get their powers taken away. let's get to the simulation exam first. That I think is the only thing in this reboot, other than Tecna, that is like an improvement on the original. The idea of the simulation test was really cool, and I liked what they did in the original. But what they did here, basically having like having it like a plot device for the characters to face their like fears, and basically forcefully getting some character development, or at least us getting to know some of these characters. So that was really nice. It was an interesting episode, and it was like overall very cool visually. I really liked it. Then the Into the Woods episode, I wouldn't say it's an improvement, but it is like a new and an interesting way of using the plotline of the girls without their powers. It's an escalation. Instead of like just being at Alfie and then being bombarded by like the Trix's monsters attack, they're actually in like a forest where they're bonding again. I love to see them bond, as you can tell from like my reboot review. But yeah, I just thought oh, and that episode of like Stella, I think it's Stella's new crush. Yeah, I think that's the episode. That also took like a new an interesting take on an original season plotline, which I like. I like when they don't just do exactly the thing, but they either take it from a different angle or improve it if they can. But with that out of the way, let's take a nosedive into the bad. Yep. Let's get to my top 5 problems with the WINX Club reboot. Problem number 5, no one changes clothes. In a show about like fashion, outfits, clothes, that was like the main draw for like the original and kind of this as well, they never really change clothes. I guess there's like one time where they get those fugly barn clothes, and the Into the Woods episode, that was nice, but other than that, they always are just in their stock outfits. Even like when you look at the background for pictures and stuff, they're still in the same fucking outfit. It's really annoying. And it's really annoying, especially when it doesn't make sense why they're not changing clothes. Like Stella going on a date, she definitely should have changed clothes. It makes no sense. I get it, like it could be like a budget reason they don't want to make a new model, but then you get creative with it. Like we know from like the original trailer that Stella has this other model with like a completely different outfit that they changed thankfully into this outfit. But if they wanted, they could have just given her that original outfit for the date episode. I think it works fine, but nope. We have to see her in the same casual clothes for basically every single episode. It just takes me out of the whole show. The world doesn't feel lived in at all. Especially when like the original show had like so many outfit changes and so many great outfits. It just, yeah, that was the one thing that I was like, it's a given. They're gonna have to give them new outfits, really. But they don't even do that, so yeah. Number 4, not as technologically advanced, or at least like technologically cool as the original WINX Club was. Like Magixia in this pales so badly in comparison to Magix in the original reboot. Like it was so cool, so sleek, so sci-fi, and this one just feels like a bland. I know you've probably heard this complaint before, but it genuinely just fits so well, like a mobile game background. And I just really don't. I think the worst thing you can be at a show is not controversial, but like not being boring is the worst thing you can be. And a lot of these backgrounds and backdrops are just like extremely boring and basic, which sucks even on another level, because the WINX Club had like amazing backgrounds in the original. Like just look at Magix, genuinely, and that's not even the best one. There's like way better ones, but like Magix, like you couldn't even like get that right. Okay, whatever. Number 3, the random demonization of witches.
There's a chance that I'm a witch?
Like this has been around since like the original WINX Club. Genial loves to dunk on witches, but it just doesn't make sense in this reboot because they are actively living with witches. They would know that witches aren't all evil and bad. Like it's so confusing because we're supposed to like Griffin. Griffin is a morally good character, and Stella and Flora herself says that like not all witches are bad. But then why are we treating witches so horribly? Why was Bloom so horrified at the fact that she might have been a witch? And then why was everyone else not just telling her, oh, it's fine, even if you are a witch, we'll still love you, we still like you, you're still the same person? No, they kept telling her that like, oh, you're definitely a fairy, there's no way you're a witch. Witches are fucking assholes, you are not.
You have nothing to worry about. We know a fairy when we see one.
Like, I really don't like when they dunk on witches. It's really fucking annoying. But if they're gonna do that, at least make it sense in the plot. Like have witches just basically all be evil then at that point. If you're gonna keep dunking on them, stop this weird demonization of witches. It's really annoying. And it just makes me not like the main characters because they're such assholes. It feels a bit racist, really, yeah, it feels really racist. Also, why are all witches goths? Like, I get it, aesthetics are cool and all, but we can't have one goth fairy. Where the fuck is Mirta? Come on. Number 2. Too many characters and plot lines and not enough focus on the WINX. Yeah, this is a big one. This reboot feels like it's trying to do so much with its plot. Like, we're at the halfway point, right? And I feel like we've basically watched a whole season worth of stuff. I don't know where else they can go from here for the finale, because I feel like they've basically like speed run like a whole season's worth of arc and stuff. And then they have so many characters. They have the specialist, the WINX, Damien, the older people, Vexius. It's just a lot. It's a lot for the first season. Like, the original show only really had the main focus be the WINX and the Tricks. Bloom's like discovery of her magic and background, and the Tricks trying to take over the world. That was easy. It got us like invested and interested in the world. Then they went bigger and bigger each season. This season feels like they are afraid that they're not going to get another season, so they're just cramming as much shit as possible into this season, which isn't always good because it takes the focus out of the WINX. Like, we're halfway through the season and only really like Stella, Aisha, and Musa have had like focus episodes, and that's just one focus episode for each of them. Maybe we could have had more time for them if we just got rid of a little bit of these like plot lines. Like, Vexius and Damien could have been saved for season 2. Season 1 could have just focused on the WINX, the Tricks, and Bloom's the discovery of her background, and then we could have thrown the whole twin thing into season 2. But I guess they just had to throw everything at the wall. Number 1, bad animation and horrible character designs. I don't like to complain about animation, but this was on another level bad. Like, so bad that it took me out of the scene. Bloom would basically be like on a really, or any character would be like in a really low place, and they would be saying, the voice acting would be conveying that, but then when you look at their face, it's so still, so like normal. It's not like doing the right emotion, it's not giving the emotion at all. It takes you out of the scene because you're like, really? The animation is so clunky. It's not even like errors in the animation, it just feels so rigid. Like, they all got like a bunch of Botox fillers all together and now cannot move any of their faces to show emotion. And don't get me started on the character designs. Let's start off with the 3 new characters: Damien, Vexius, and Robin. Yeah, Robin. First of all, they're all white. Oh, and that like background, what's his name? Brian, I think his name is Brian, the white boy that's kind of into Aisha. My first critique of these 3 is that they're all white. When your cast is so overwhelmingly white and you choose to create 4 new characters and still make them all white, I don't know, it feels like really annoying. Like, you could have just given a little bit more, especially when Aisha's like original love interest was a brown man, an ethnicity that you haven't really showed in the show at all. So to choose to remove him and then replace him with like a white guy is really annoying. And don't come with me that like, well, Naboo appears later on, so it wouldn't make sense to have him here now. Aisha is in season 2. I'm sure Naboo, Helia, and anybody else could appear in this season. And going by WINX's track record, the pairs they end up in season 1 are the final pairs. So don't get your hopes up about Naboo or Helia. Likelihood is, I think Naboo might come in because I remember Eugenio like promising it, but Helia, definitely not. I'm not really that bummed that Helia isn't here, really, because all the boys are really just like Ken dolls. Damien is a way more interesting character. I just really don't like his design. He feels like a really bleh OC. Going from his name alone, it just feels so fanfiction-y. Like, I think they should have just given him like Helia's design and name, and then just made him Bloom's twin. I think that would have worked perfectly fine, instead of just making this like really nothing of this really boring character design. And also, talking about boring character designs, let's get to Robin. I like her, she's cute, she's fine. It's just she feels so bland. Like, a little short ponytail and then this outfit. She doesn't fit into the world. She feels like someone on Lisa Feveral's Discord made this amazing observation that she just looks like a de-assified version of this character from Mermaid Magic. And after like looking into like the cast of Mermaid Magic, a lot of the character designs just give off the Rainbow copying its own homework. Like, it feels like they spent more money on like mermaid magic and more thought on mermaid magic than they did on the actual WINX Club, which is weird because WINX is their like biggest IP, so you'd think it'd be the other way around. But no, look at this girl from Mermaid Magic. Look at Robin. It's like the sun and moon. My God, it's so bland. Like, other than the characters who were already designed basically in the original show, everybody else is just a boring background character. But yeah, that's it for this video. Those were my thoughts for now. I'm probably gonna have more, and I'm probably gonna make more videos about this reboot. I have one more video about this reboot planned. It's my thoughts on like the future, what I want from the future and how to fix it basically. But I think I'm gonna wait for that until the second part of this season comes out, so I can have like a better better criticism and what to improve for the next season. But yeah, my next few videos are gonna be Miraculous, so if you are a Miraculous fan, don't worry, I've got more stuff coming out for Miraculous, and there is gonna be a new episode coming out soon, so I will be back into the trenches of Miraculous again. But other than that, yeah, please like, share, subscribe. I really need those watch hours to start getting paid, so yeah, please do all the YouTube things, and ciao.